ஒரு 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes, Abirami Anthadhi, Abirami பட்டர், திருக்கடையூர். அபிராமி பட்டர் பிறந்தது திருக்கடையூர், தமிழ்நாட்டில். திருக்கடையூரில் அபிராமி கோயில் விசேஷம். அதே மாதிரி மிருச்சுஞ்சயன்னு சிவன் மார்கண்டேயனை யமன்டேந்து காப்பாற்றுறார். அபிராமி பட்டரோட கலெக்ஷன் ஆஃப் ஹிம்ஸ் is called Abirami Anthadhi. Abirami Pattar was well versed in astronomy and other subjects. In Anthadhi, one verse begins with the last word of the previous one. Abirami Anthadhi has many similarities with others like Saundarya, Lagari and all this. Abirami means she who is attractive every moment of time. The author visualizes Abirami as his own divine mother. He tells her about the people harassing him and his state of poverty. He is asking her to help him to solve his problem. He also brings out philosophical essence of scriptures and Vedas in his poem. Some of the popular stories on God also included. Like any literary work, it may have some exaggeration, human feelings, etc. Every poem has a theme. Now let us see the background of Abirami Anthadhi. He was a learned man, and then the many priests and pandit considered Abirami to be a mad person. They did not like him because he was a great and knowledgeable person. They created lot of problems for him. This is known from his 79th poem. விழிக்கே அருள் உண்டு அபிராமி வள்ளிக்கு வேதம் சொன்ன வழிக்கே வழிபட நெஞ்சுண்டு எமக்கு அவ்வழி கிடக்க பழிக்கே சுழன்று வெம் பாவங்களைச் செய்து பாழ் நரக குழிக்கே அழந்தும் கயவர் தம்மோடு என்ன கூட்டு இனியே. In this, Abirami Pattar says, your eyes have a divine grace. I have the strong willpower. I know how to read scriptures. I know how to worship you as per scriptures. But the people around me, they are creating problem for me. So they are all maligning me, misleading me. Let me ignore their comments and pray to you. So this is, to him, the Abirami, goddess Abirami is his mother. So she goes and gives her problem. Today, if you define this, you can call it workplace harassment. Like in any workplace, there are a good number of employees who damage the organization and prevent good things to be done. Like maybe even some organization, half the people need not come to office. Then the output of the office or a factory will be 3 to 4 times. But the problem is, he was also suffering in workplace harassment. Luckily for him, Devi helps him through the king serfoji. That is the correct time, place and connections somewhere. There are many examples. The latest example was mathematician Ramanujam was a mad, useless clerk to his office. But Professor Hardy could see a great mathematician in him. That is when 23-year-old Ramanujam, a shipping clerk, useless shipping clerk in Madras, wrote to Hardy, he could realize him. Now the 20th, even in 20th century this will happen. In 21st, 22nd century we will read that story. So, let us look at 80th poem. From 79th poem, 80th poem supposed to be a turning point. And I will briefly touch upon the story. குட்டியவா என்னை தன்னடி யாரில் கொடியவினை ஒட்டியவா என்கண் ஓடியவா தன்னை உள்ள வண்ணம் காட்டியவா கண்ட கண்ணும் மனமும் கலிக்கின்றவா ஆட்டி நடமாடகத் தாமரை ஆரணங்கே. He says, you have placed me in the company of the good people, devotees. You have destroyed, removed my karma, bad deeds. Because people felt if there is a suffering, there is a bad deeds. Now my life is improved. And then you have appeared before me in the true form. And I am rejoicing it. All this are your will. You are doing this for me. How can I describe your grace? Oh my goddess, beautiful goddess. As I tell you, this is a story behind it. Like Abirami Pattar produces full moon on a new moon day with the goddess of Abirami. Now coming to the story, ask what day it is. Once serfoji, people are complaining to King Serfoji Maharaja. So he went to the temple to check what is. Then he was praying. Then Serfoji asked him what day it is. He told it is full moon day, but it is a new moon day. So he told in the evening, if I don't see a moon, full moon, I will punish you. So Abirami Pattar started singing the song. At the 79th song in the evening when he came, Devi appeared. There was a full moon. This is the story. These type of stories are there. Like there is a Ratnagara Dikshadhar. There is the king Chennapomma Nayak. He also told wrongly on the full moon. Goddess appeared on the Saundarya Lagari 46th sloka. There is also a Roman story, like 44 BC around. After Julius Caesar's death, after 3 or 4 years, there was a bright star, and then they concluded Caesar has become a star. Okay, now did these miracles or full moon on full day really happen? We don't know. If you believe. Or else, we also can look at some of the astronomical events during that time. Some star patterns look like goddess face. There was Omega Nebula and Swan Nebula. The sun, the magnitude is 27. Full moon is only 12.5. Venus can reach up to 4.9. Comet during 1744. During that time, all this 18th century. Charles Messier, the comet entered only, it went up to 7. There are also records up to 9, 10. You are getting to full moon. So the bright objects in the night sky would have, when Anthadhi was recited before the king, he would have seen it. They would have been good omen. Now for yourself, I just have some pictures of the black nebula from NASA side, which is I am connecting it. This is Swan Nebula. You see Venus thing. This is south. That is, it happened in Tayamavasa, January new moon. You can see the bright stars. And also I am in New Zealand. So you see the brightness of Venus, Jupiter and red Mars. These are 7 sisters. Very bright. And coming to that, we call it Rasis, Rishabha Rasi, Mesha Rasi. You don't see the figure of Mesha or Bull or Miduna, the Virgo, Scorpio, you don't see. You see only some stars and you make a pattern. So for such a literary person like him, he can always see the pattern of stars. See, you see the pictures, some pictures looking like this, it is very common. Anyway, Subramanya became the famous Abirami Pattar from that day. There are copper plate inscription telling that Serfoji Maharaja granted him land and all this. Abirami Anthadhi is sung by millions of devotees. Anthadhi means is a compound word made of 2 words, Andam, last and first. So let us enjoy the poem. We are lucky. Like we say, we would have lost thousands of poets like this. One poet was saved by Serfoji. We don't know. how many poets we lost, or how many of the things have gone into dustbin. I have made a special Anthadhi for this vision of Devi to Abirami Bhatta. In this, each line, the first word of a line will be the same as a previous line, and the last word of the poem, four-line poem, will be the first word. Like Devi unnai vaanathil kandeen, kanda kaatshriye endan paadalgal, paadalgale naan anivikkum maalai, மாலையை ஏற்று காப்பாயே என் தேவி. This what, like, he can only, like, he is not a rich man. He can only make poems for her, and that is the garland he can offer. The spirituality is visualizing the infinite. You don't see the infinite. It is but infinite is a useful number. So, now let us see the background of his poems. He personifies the universal energy as a universal mother. It is a concept, energy, and he gives a form of the mother, Parashakti. Then she creates, exists also as an essence in her creation. Like energy, it also exists as small bits of energy, same energy. She also exists independent of her creation. Universal mother creates trinity of gods, but she also exists as a consort to them. Like if you take Shingara Sharaga by Bhartrihari, is same first song of it. The Brahma wears his consort Saraswati in his tongue. Protector Hari have his consort in his chest, and destroyer Shiva have his goddess of power off of it. Now I am just going through 10 songs, not in detail, just touching through. I will recite in Tamil and give a 1 or 2 line brief. Because it is in my site, I can give a link. For each poem he made, there is a theme. First poem, Udikkinda Chengadir Uchittilagam, Unarvudayor Madikindra Manikkam, Madulambodhu Malarkamalai, Tudikindra Mengadi Kunguma Toyamenna, Vidikindra Meni, Abirami Anthadhi Viluthunaye. That is, he talks about first ray of lightning, bright morning sun is your tilaka. Red gem, tender like bud of pomegranate. It is the essence of saffron. And the Lakshmi, you are like a Lakshmi sitting on the lotus. We have all auspicious things. Let me worship you. Unfailing support for all of us. You are. Normally, if you look at, he is worried. People are troubling him. So, how to get relief from worry, he says. Like this is a theme. பொருந்திய முப்புரை செப்புரை செய்யும் புனர்முடையால் வருந்திய வஞ்சி மருங்கல் மனோன்மணி வார் சடையோன் அருந்திய நஞ்சு அமுதாக்கி அம்பிகை அம்புயமேல் திருந்திய சுந்தரி அந்தரி பாதமென் சென்னியதே. You are engaged in all the activities of creation, protection and destruction. Your tender ways, feeling the might of the body, saffron part like breasts. He talks about the beautiful jewelry. Then you have taken the poison taken by king, your lord, Shiva. You have converted into nectar. Like always the poet likes this type of things. It is not you helped him to convert it into nectar, so he is saved. The next 2 songs, one is problem to disappear. He has problems, so he wanted to disappear. Tadiuru Matthi Shualumin Avidalar Vilador, Kadiru Vannam Karadu Gandai, Kamala Lainum, Madiru Veni Maunanum, Malum Manangi Endrum, Tudiuru Sevadiyai, Sindhu Ranana Sundariye. Life is churned like a curd, like from the curd you make butter. You go on, you are thrown here and there, full of miseries and all this. But you are the one who can provide the salvation to us. Your lotus-like foot is even worshipped by great lords. They are all creation, destruction lords, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. So, I am now praying to you, my pretty mother. Ultimate happiness, he talks of. வெளிநின்ற நின் திருமேனியை பார்த்தேன் விழியும் நெஞ்சும் களிநின்ற வெள்ளம் கரைகண்டதில்லை கருத்தினுள்ளே தெளிநின்ற ஞானம் திகழ்கின்றதென்ன திருவுளமோ ஒளி நின்ற கோணங்கள் ஒன்பதும் மேவி உரைபவளே. He talks about you appear from nowhere. For him it is for him she is an abstract goddess. You are causing me immense happiness. You are giving me immense happiness, which is beyond measurement. You have filled my mind with everlasting truth. You have been so graceful to me. You are the mother who exists in all directions. Uli nindra konangal, all directions. Always, normally the problem we have is cure for diseases, and mental disease is the biggest disease. So, மணியே மணியின் ஒளியே ஒளிரும் மணிபுரைந்த அணியே அணியும் மணிக்கு அழகே அணுகாதவர்க்கு பிணியே பிணிக்கு மருந்தே அமரர் பெருவிருந்தே பணியேன் ஒருவரை நின் பத்மபாதம் பணித்த பின்னே. You are a pearl, like a reddish aura of the pearl. You are a bright, multi-gem, studded chain, jewelry, everything. For you who pray, you are the medicine. For the others who don't pray, they don't take medicine. So they live with disease. So after worshipping you, the beautiful goddess, I need not worship about anyone. Like he says that he is fed up of people. So let me turn towards goddess. Then the mental illness. This is a theme of everything as a theme, mental illness theme. உடைத்தனை வஞ்சப் பிறவியை உள்ளம் உருகும் அன்பு படைத்தனை பத்ம பதயுகம் சூடும் பணி எனக்கே அடைத்தனை நெஞ்சத்து அழுக்கையெல்லாம் நின் அருட்புணலால் துடைத்தனை சுந்தரி நின்னருள் ஏதென்று சொல்லுவதே. You are lovingly, graceful, melting heart. You freed me from all the sins. You made me realize your greatness. That itself is something. You made the sinner the pure. What do I deserve even? I, with your loving grace, everything is, I can live a very good life. My job is only to meditate on you. You are an ornament. Oh, beautiful one. Then he thinks about visualizing or seeing Abirami. Like he sees Abirami as all goddess put together. He sees in her one goddess everything. நாயகி நான்முகி நாராயணி கை நளின பஞ்ச சாயகி சாம்பவி சங்கரி சாமலை சாதி நஞ்சு வாயகி மாலினி வராகி சூலினி மதாங்கி என்று ஆயகி ஆதி உடையால் சரணம் அரண் நமக்கே. Oh my great world ruler, you are the power of four-faced Brahma. You are power of everything, like Narayana, who protects, who holds arrows of the lotus flowers. You give pleasures to everyone, like you are the all goddess put together. Now we go to mental peace. அருணாம்புயத்தும் என் சித்தாம்புயத்தும் அமர்ந்திருக்கும் தருணாம் புயமுடை தையல் நல்லால் தகைசேர் நயனக் கருணாம் புயமும் வதனாம் புயமும் கராம் புயமும் சரணாம் புயமும் அல்லால் கண்டிலேன் ஒரு தஞ்சமுமே. Oh mother, seated on early morning sunrise, red lotus, and also in my mind, my beautiful, noble, great mother, who has lotus buds like breast, lotus eyes. You shower mercy. My only refuge is your blooming lotus. I am surrendering to you for my peace of mind. then it comes to good children. The theme of this is, you have got two good children, so we have to look to you, like Ganesha and Subramanya. And two types of children. தஞ்சம் பிரிதில்லை ஈதல்லது என்று உன் தவனிருக்கேன் எஞ்சம் பயில நினைக்கின்றிலேன் ஒற்றை நில் சிலையும் அஞ்சு அம்பு மிக்கு அலராக நின்றாய் அறியார் எனினும் பஞ்சு அஞ்சு மெல்லடியார் அடியார் பெற்ற பாலரையே. Oh mother, I have got only you as a refuge. I am not dedicated or perfect to learn to worship you. So I request you to forgive us. You have got two children. You have brought them up. So all possible good things, he says. Tanam darum, kalvi darum, oru naalum, talarvariya, manam darum, deiva vadivam tarum, நெஞ்சில் வஞ்சம் இல்லா இனம் தரும் நல்லன எல்லாம் தரும் அன்பர் என்பவர்க்கே கணம் தரும் பூங்குழலால் அபிராமி கடைக்கண்களே. Her eyes are enough to give you everything. She has given. Even you take dhanam, wealth, education, then peace of mind. Then you can visualize divine. This is the Abirami Padiyam. 101 Anthadhi is over. Abirami Padiyam. She says about all 16 types of riches. கலையாத கல்வியும் குறையாத வயதும் ஓர் கபடுவராத நட்பும் கன்றாத வளவியும் குன்றாத இளமையும் கழுபினி இல்லாத உடலும் சலியாத மனமும் அன்பகலாத மனைவியும் தவறாத சந்தானமும் தாழாத கீர்த்தையும் மாறாத வார்த்தையும் தடைகள் வராத கொடையும் தொலையாத நிதியமும் கோணாத கோலும் ஒரு துன்புமில்லாத வாழ்வும் துய்யனின் பாதத்தில் அன்பும் உதவி பெரிய தொண்டரோடு கூட்டு கண்டாய் அலையாய் அருதுயிலும் ஆயனது தங்கையே ஆதிக்கடவூரின் வாழ்வே அமுதீசர் ஒரு பாகம் அகலாத சுகபாணி அருள்வாமி அபிராமியே. In this song, one of the things is, he asked for 16 riches. கலையாத கல்வி, குறையாத வயது, like I don't want any education, good education, reliable friends. That is kabaduvaraada natpu. That I want friendship, but I don't want anything. I want proper. Then truthfulness. Like I want that I want to live long, but healthy life. So, and then he also gives her as a sister of Vishnu, who sleeps there. Last, this is the final song. Atal means, in Sanskrit, Sri Matre Namaha. ஆத்தாலை எங்கள் அபிராம வல்லையை அண்டமெல்லாம் பூத்தாலை மாதுளம்பூ நிறத்தாலை புவி அடங்க காத்தாலை ஐங்கனை பாசாங்குசமும் கருப்பு வில்லும் சேர்த்தாலை முக்கணியை தொழுவார்க்கு ஒரு தீங்கு இல்லையே. So, since the Tirukadiyur is famous for Markandeya, like Markandeya was, his father was given two choices, 16-year-old intelligent boy or 100-year-old dull useless boy. The parents opted for a thing. When he was 16, he is to die, Yama will come. So only refuge he has is to Shiva. He went to Shiva, prayed, and Shiva saved him from Yama, and he lived like Siranjeevi, he lives forever. So this is a thing. Om Namo Bhavade Mrida Sanjeevini Shanti. Guru Namah. You are the Sanjeevini. And in our young days we used to tell this. Mrityunjaya Rudraya Nilakantaya Sampave Amurdesaya Sarvaya Mahadevaya De Namaha. Or Swaha if you do. And then there is a Mrityunjaya Sosram. It is a 16 lines. He lived for 16 years, 16 lines. And then he talks about Shiva, and then Namami Sarasa Devam Kinnom Ratikarshadi. So each thing you do one Namaskaram. So thank you to viewers. Acknowledge